if you think Noom, the rapidly growing weight loss program that's basically sweeping North America right now, is about weight loss, then you might be in for a rude awakening. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Zarar, the founder of Awkward Media, where I break down business strategy plus marketing. And today I want to talk about Noom's kind of weird but really, really brilliant business strategy that nobody is even kind of paying attention to. And if you're not familiar with Noom, Noom is basically the new way to lose weight. Essentially, it's come into that very very saturated market of weight loss, and it has completely disrupted it for a lack of a better term. And the way it's done that is because the entire market is basically either focused on two things. They're number one, they're focused on what you should be eating, and number two, they're focused on how you should be working out. Those are the only two ways that you can lose weight, and that is kind of accurate, right? It's either your diet or what kind of lifestyle you're living, essentially. But Noom has taken it to another level. We're like, okay, those things are absolutely true, but the reason none of it really works is because you haven't fixed the root problem yet, which is your actual psychology, the way your brain is made up. And the experiences that you go through in life, they essentially have a major impact of how you look at certain things. And that means your relationship to food, your relationship to working out, and other areas of your life. And that's where Noom has come in and basically flipped the script on everything. They basically said, hey, you know what? You got to fix this before you can fix your diet, before you can fix your exercise habits. So this is where it's kind of very different. And I want to talk about Noom's entire business strategy and this idea of psychology and why they went down this path. So I was familiar with Noom over a year ago now. I think I haven't been very familiar with them, but I saw their ads a while ago, and their advertising campaigns are phenomenal. So I always kind of sit on my toes, or I always kind of pay extra close attention when I see a good advertising campaign. And with Noom, I always found this to be very interesting, where if the actual problem that you're solving is through psychology, and this is it, right? So they're solving basically weight loss through this. Not through, I mean, they are eventually doing it through diet and exercise and all that, but they're essentially doing it through psychology first, okay? And if that's the case, and I remember thinking this a year ago when I saw one of their ads on TV, I said, "Huh, that's really interesting, because if this is the main solution, they could have gone anywhere with this. They could have solved any problem. They could have entered any market. They could have theoretically entered the anxiety market, right? Because psychology can solve. If you fix this part, it could probably solve anxiety. You could probably solve confidence. You could solve a number of things if you just get this part right." And I was wondering, like, I wonder what made them choose weight loss. Well, obviously I knew the answer. It was the biggest. It was probably one of the biggest markets out there, right? Everybody wants to, not everybody, but this is a massive, massive $1 billion market right here. So I always wondered to myself at that point, like, I wonder if their business strategy is going to be, they enter this market first, and then once this is all validated and once this is up and running and they're making a ton of money from this, then they can start entering all these other different markets. Now, what most businesses do is, if they have a solution like this, they try and solve every problem at once, right? So they try, if they had psychology on their back burner, or say they have, like, I don't know, a multivitamin or something, they're trying to solve all of these different problems at the same time. And Noom didn't do that. So Noom just went after weight loss. And this is the funny thing, okay? I was thinking about this last year. We're like, I wonder if they're going to go into any other markets or they're just going to stick to weight loss. And I was checking out their website yesterday, literally yesterday, and look at what I found. If I go into products and they have Noom weight, and guess what they just put up recently? Relieve stress. So if we go here, they have now something called Noom Mood. And this is so brilliant, and it's exactly what I thought they were going to do. And obviously, Noom Mood is going to solve, stress and anxiety and all this massive other market that they need to solve for a lot of people. And, they're probably going to this market after that. And sky's really the limit. There's such a massive potential of what humans can do. And a lot of our drawback is just kind of ourselves, right? It's our habits, it's our brain essentially that's holding us back from really reaching our full potential. And I thought that was really cool that they did it like this, rather than just trying to say like, hey, Noom, we solve anxiety, we can solve your confidence issues, we can solve your weight loss problems, we can solve all the things under the sun. But they didn't do that. They did it very, very strategically, where they entered this market first. They dominated. So they started to dominate it, and now they're going after anxiety, and who knows what else they're going to go after. What else they're going to go after now, and that is a valuable business lesson, right? Where even if you have a product that solves 2 or 3 things, and usually your product solves more than one problem usually, and that's how you market it. A lot of your marketing funnels is talking about 3 or 4 problems that your product is solving or your service is solving, and you can't do that. Like even us, for example, we have an agency. Hey, and we can solve your traffic problems. We can solve your funnel problems. We can solve your branding problems. We can solve a bunch of problems. But when we're advertising, we don't want to solve all those problems, because confused brains never buy. You don't want to muck it up. You want to attack it one by one. So if we can solve your traffic problems, then that can be split into 2 categories. We can solve your organic traffic problems, and we can solve your paid traffic problems. And then you want to choose a lane every time when you're advertising, when you're marketing, and even when you're positioning a massive company like this. But yeah, I thought that'd be cool to share. I thought it's really interesting. I want to keep a close eye on Noom and see where they're going with this, because the fact that they added, I don't know how much marketing dollars they've spent on this, but I know that they have added this on their website. That means they're going to start advertising it if they haven't already yet. But very, very, very interesting stuff from Noom. You should check out some of their marketing and advertising. It's really, really, really good. Really well done. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought I'd share that with you. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.